Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, Internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you are doing well. I wanted to respond to a little post on our subreddit over here that I found pretty interesting as far as reception around artists and music and how we interpret their work based on what we know of their past, creatively speaking, maybe even personally as well. Quickly before I get into that, quick shout out to our sponsor, good people over at The Ridgy Poo. They still make these amazing minimalist, nice, snugly fitting in that front pocket wallets that are great and rugged and RFID blocking, and I can't even chew through them. That's how hard they are. Yeah, they're great. They carry quite a bit of cards, some money on the back with a clip or a strap, and if you use promo code MELON with the link down below, you get 10% off that order. That's all you gotta know. Well, let's look at this interesting little post over here. In regards to the new Quadeca record, which I reviewed recently, I enjoy quite a bit. Many of you enjoy quite a bit. It says over here, how did a kid I couldn't take seriously until a week ago produce/create this? It makes me want to start writing again. It's all I want to listen to. I'm in awe. Just wish he released it under his or any other name than his 14-year-old self's YouTube handle, because this is not the same person. But that's the problem. It is the same person, and you need to come to grips with that. Maybe you could argue he's not the same person in terms of, oh, he's changed. Oh, he's grown up. Oh, all of the cells throughout his body when he was 14 and made that YouTube handle have since regenerated or been replaced by other cells. So, you could make those awful arguments if you please, but no, this is in fact the same person. And frankly, I kind of enjoy the fact that Quadeca all this time has stuck with the same name and the same handle. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with the name Quadeca. I think it's a cool little name. While I do really appreciate things like theatrics and creating a persona and, a bit of a vision with a record and a musical project, again, I really do appreciate that. By that same token, it's not entirely necessary, and you can still do and achieve those things without having to, in a way, run from your past. In fact, I think that's kind of a problem, a persistent problem when it comes to a lot of YouTube creators, be it in the content sphere or the music sphere, who have some other artistic endeavor, and they really need to name it something else or envision it something else, because no way anybody's going to take me seriously if people just kind of know me as the same person under the same name. And people like Quadeca are proving that not to be true. People like Matt Watson with his new record are proving that not to be true. For sure, it can be a little annoying to be pigeonholed creatively by your audience, but ultimately that is the audience's problem that they need to get over. If somebody decides to switch up stylistically and do something different, its quality should be judged on the quality of that thing. By no means is it wrong entirely to make any kind of comparison to the old stuff or what was happening in the before times, but to expect any kind of content creator, be it a musical one, a visual one, whatever, to do the same thing forever and to necessitate that they change their name the moment they're doing something ever so slightly different, I don't know, that just kind of seems like unnecessary to me. Because how many artists and bands in the world of music have undergone completely radical changes sonically and aesthetically while still maintaining the same name? Furthermore, the comment about not really taking him seriously until a week ago, I think is a little much, especially since we were seeing inklings of this album on his last full-length LP. Sisyphus exists. There are multiple amazing tracks on that last album that, could have easily fit into the general vibe and aesthetic of this album. While I didn't fully expect him to make the transition that he did this hard on this latest LP, it was in the cards. I think another thing to sort of advocate for here in the wake of this reaction is don't ever count anybody out creatively speaking, as long as it seems like what they're doing is coming from a personal place, a real place, a genuine place, something that is true to them, which is honestly the case for even some of my most hated records of the year every year. They could be attempting something else, and I'm not going to hold the fact that I've disliked previous stuff against this new project. Now, if the album ends up kind of being just like more of the same shit, that's another story. But I and you, everybody who considers themselves to be a passionate music listener and a music fan, should at least, go into a project, whoever it is, whether you liked or disliked their past stuff, open to what an artist may be attempting the next time around. People grow, people mature, people change. They're still the same person, but they changed. And good on Quadeca for being able to do so, and do so with grace and with some kind of artistic vision, because there's a lot of YouTube rappers who are quite good, on that scene and on that circuit. But, they've been doing their thing for about as long as Quadeca has, or maybe even longer, and are kind of just still stuck in the same gear and in the same lane. I mean, if they continue to see success and are able to build a career doing that sort of thing, good for them. I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But there is something to be said for the fact that he was building quite a career and a fan base out of doing just exactly that. And he took a huge risk trying something else and doing something in a totally different realm. And it's just kind of paying out as well in a different way. And while that may be more the exception than the rule in the music industry, when it does happen, let's be open to it. Let's celebrate it. And let's not have to force a name change as a result of it either. And on top of it, cool that he was able to inspire you to want to write again. I think that's quite nice as well. I think that's one of the best things that a great piece of art could do, inspire you to be creative and make art as well. So I think that's kind of it. And that's where my feelings and my thoughts are at the moment. Thank you very much for this post and these feels and these comments. They were great to talk about, react to, and take in. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Love you. Kissy, kissy. Mwah. Over here next to my head is another video that you could check out. Hit that up, or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Quadeca, forever.